We are checking out a property today, but today we're going to talk about the December land projects that are going to level up your hunting property here. And it has been an awesome year to land and making it better. But December's your month to kind of wrap it all up and then head right into the new year. So we still have deer seasons here in Minnesota, and I have not shot my buck yet, so I'm hard at it. So I'm gonna still be getting out here in the month of December, using the land, making those observations of what's happening on it, and hopefully get her done here as we close out an awesome year. But we got the big buck of the farm shot by my father-in-law in early November, so that was really cool. I'll show a little clip of that buck here in the video so you can see what we did on our property. And my wife shot a nice little buck, and I shot a doe during Halloween, so gotten some deer off of it, getting some use on the property, and we still got some good bucks on here, so we are not done. So here's a couple of projects to work on here in the month of December. I am going to be heavy after predators, limiting the amount of coyotes and the nest predators as well, like raccoons. We got a lot of them right now. We've been adding a lot of food to the property, and that brings other animals as well. So we're going to be doing some thinning of predators as we're wrapping up the season, going into winter. The next thing you should be working on is really narrowing down where these deer are moving on your property. It's leaf out, there could be snow on the ground, but this is a good time to see actually where their trails are, what they're using. So deer are kind of moving back to their normal food to bed patterns a little bit more. So as we're wrapping up the rut, things are gonna get some flurries for the rut as fawns come into their first estrus cycle, if they get there, and then any does that weren't bred will go back into another one. So there could be some flurry of action, but really they'll be going back to their normal food to bed patterns. And it's a good time to see what deer are using your property and how they're using it, because this is going to be vital information as you go into next year. So knowing where these deer are going on the property and how they're using it is super critical as you're developing those new projects, because now you can hone in on areas deer already feel comfortable, and that is going to be key. So you can manipulate and move their patterns a little bit, but if you can hone in on what they're doing now, that's just going to make it that much better. This is the time of year I also like starting to do hinge cutting again. The trees aren't going to be in a completely deep freeze. You're not going to fracture the tree as bad on those fibers. So this is a good time to find the areas you are going to add in those hinge cuts, or cut some trees down and clear some openings so you can get some better understory. This is a good time to do it. Make some cuts during this month and into January if you want to, but good time to do it, especially if you're tagged out. Get out there, start making some habitat improvements, and what a great time to be outside. So there's not a lot of projects to do here in the month of December, but those are a few that are going to help you level up your property and make those big jumps and get those bucks moving in daylight. So take care of predators, nest predators, make those observations, see where the deer are following. If there's snow, go follow trails and see where they're bedding and what they're using for bedding, and make some hinge cuts, create some extra bedding. Right now there's leaves, the leaves are off, so it's a lot easier to get in there and make those cuts now. So Hope you had a fantastic year on your property. See you back next year.